I'm going to share with you how I got out of the matrix. But when I say matrix, I mean how I created a whole new reality for myself. I had a lot of childhood trauma, and I grew up in religious households, and I was just very much like oppressed. Okay. And then as I got older, I had so much anxiety and depression, and I had an eating disorder and body dysmorphia. I also had really, really bad people pleasing tendencies. I would always like overgive my time and energy and just be involved in a whole bunch of things that I didn't really want to be involved in. But I had a very deep fear of abandonment and loneliness. And none of those things were my fault. I experienced a lot of trauma, and then I was never taught how to process my emotions. And so I just kind of swept everything under the rug and kept it pushing because that's all I could do at that time. I also didn't know that I was an empath or a light worker or neurodivergent. And so I wasn't living in a life that was optimized for me to thrive in. I also got into a very narcissistic relationship, and there was a lot of gaslighting, and I just tore me down. And I had to go on this very deep, radical self-love journey and dark night of the soul, where the universe, me, took me through getting everything stripped out, and I had to rebuild from the ground up. And life was just so chaotic, okay? Like it was just like one thing after another. It was snowballing out of control. I was going to school for psychology and then got into energy healing, and I realized that I not only had to heal myself on a mind level, subconscious level, but I had to help my inner child or inner children, and I had to heal those very deep parts of myself in order to move forward. One of the ways I did this was through quantum shifting. So I would always say, what can I do today? Because when you're trying to overhaul your life, it's very overwhelming and exhausting. What can I do today? And I always held this future vision of myself. Who am I 3 months from now, 6 months from now, a year from now? So I always personified my next higher self and kept moving forward towards her. Actually, I got out. And it took me a couple years to get it all together, right? But now I have completely exited that old life, that old version of me, and I'm living a brand new one. I wanted to share this because it can be done. And if you want support from someone who has been there themselves, you can go to my profile and click and check out my Lightworker expansion program. This is where we go through all the different areas of your life and do this very deep healing, radical self-love journey so you can make a large forward movement in your life and reality.